Namaskar, this is CVR English and it's time to roll the special edition of Prime Time with me Anukriti Sharma. Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally the break of dawn in Washington DC as I speak to you Wednesday morning after the big election night, when we saw results come in thick and fast and Donald Trump has been declared the winner. He is now the 47th President of the United States of America. And we at CVR English have the latest projections here with us. Kamala Harris is at 219. Donald Trump at 276. And that's the number of electoral college votes that he's bagged this year. 276. That's past the majority mark of 270. And this time, the Trump campaign was actually hoping to cross the 300 mark, in fact. It's been declared as a quote-unquote historic comeback in American electoral and political history, and Donald Trump is definitely riding the wave right now. He's definitely riding the wave. The world, the entire world, ladies and gentlemen, has been watching this election as closely as possible, minute by minute, I would say, in fact. We've been telling you about the global media presence here, and major capitals across the globe have been tracking the election results, and now they are beginning to respond. One of the first leaders of the world to respond was our very own Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now he, viewers, has worked with multiple US presidents in the more than 10 years that he has been India's Prime Minister. It started with Barack Obama, followed by Donald Trump, his first stint in power in the White House, then followed by Joe Biden, who's still the sitting president of the United States of America, and now Donald Trump, who's ready to take up the reins of power in the White House once again come this January. So India is definitely hoping to continue the good run, the good relationship so far, and to keep working with the next occupant of the White House. But for the rest of the world, it's probably not looking so good. Countries like Iran are now bracing for impact. The Iranian currency rial has fallen to an all-time low. Tehran is saying that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter to them who comes to power. In Washington DC, their relationship with America is not very healthy as things stand at the moment. And that is because the Trump presidency will only mean more work. China, on the other side, interestingly, has said that they hope for, and I'm quoting them, peaceful coexistence with Trump. Quite diplomatic, huh? Remember the trade war? The trade war now very much looms over the American-China skies, and Donald Trump has sweeping powers now with control even over the Senate. He has control over the Senate. He can cut taxes if he wants. He can impose tariffs as well, and that, viewers, will have repercussions, and we've seen that in the global markets. The Asian currencies have taken a tumble. The European stocks are rising. Tesla's share, interestingly, are also now rising. They have in fact shot up, and that was only to be expected given the big bet that Elon Musk made. He threw his weight behind the Donald Trump campaign. He donated big money to the Trump campaign, to the Republican campaign. He went out of his way to support Trump through his social media platform X. And now, it is time for Elon Musk. It is time for him to rake in the benefits of that business investment. We are also seeing reactions from across the board indeed. Erdogan, for instance, the Turkish president, congratulating Trump and calling him his quote-unquote friend, which is again rather interesting to note because they have had a political relationship in the past, a sort of a political relationship that has seen its ups and downs in the past, including a famous letter that Trump once wrote to Erdogan threatening him. And this letter was made public a few years ago. This was back in the time when the first time Trump was elected president. Zelensky has also written reminding Trump of the recent meeting he had. the Ukrainian president is going to have to worry about what happens next in his war and whether Trump is really going to cut the funding. Remember that Donald Trump, the candidate, till last evening had promised during his election rallies that he is going to end this war in a day. Now we are waiting to see how he does that. Netanyahu will be a happy man today, viewers, as he has had a good rapport with Donald Trump so far, and he has also tweeted in his congratulations, congratulating Donald and Melania Trump. Remember, he fired his defense minister yesterday. So a lot of churning is going on in the West Asia war as well. Hamas has reacted, saying that their policy will now depend on Trump's approach to the Palestinians. At the same time, the Saudi king and the crown prince have also congratulated Donald Trump on his brand new and second election victory. We've seen a lot of reactions from Europe as well, all the way from Emmanuel Macron to Giorgia Meloni, Viktor Orban, and of course Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister. All of them writing and tweeting in their congratulations and hoping that they will be able to work with the Trump presidency in collaboration and cooperation during his second stint in power in the White House. Trump is expected to really double down on all his policies. I must say a bit of uncertainty there, but we've seen his performance in the office once in the past. So I guess the world is better prepared than it was in 2016. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what Wednesday morning looks like in Washington DC, with Donald Trump all set to take the reins of power once again come January. Watch this.
They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen it. Names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he came in. And he's going to help make America healthy again. And now he's a great guy, and he really means it. He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go to it. I just said, but Bobby, leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas. We have more liquid gold than any country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than Russia. Bobby, stay away from the liquid gold. Other than that, go have a good time, Bobby. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing. This campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen it. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight, when you think. I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time, but we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 901 something, a lot of rallies.
Donald Trump has claimed victory in this year's presidential election campaign, addressing his supporters with a message of powerful reassurance. And in his speech, Trump declared, "I won't let you down, America," quote unquote, signaling his utter and absolute commitment to fulfilling the promises he made during his presidential campaign. Trump's statement has been met with excitement from all his supporters, all the Republican supporters who are celebrating what they view as a monumental political comeback. And as the former president prepares to begin his next term come January, Trump emphasized that his focus would be on restoring the greatness of the United States of America, bolstering the economy and ensuring national security. Remember that during his presidential campaign, Trump majorly focused on two agendas. One was tariffs, tax cuts, and the other one was immigration issues. So he is definitely bent. He's definitely focusing on safeguarding America, focusing on the safety of America, focusing on making immigration laws stricter and more stringent. His victory speech reflects a tone of optimism and determination, not to forget power and strength, with a strong focus on uniting his country under his dynamic and powerful leadership.
Most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen it. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight, when you think. I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time. But we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 901 something, a lot of rallies. Few names like Robert F.
Like we've told you in the past as well, viewers, Donald Trump has made a significant stride during this year's US elections, and currently he's definitely riding high on the success wave, securing victories in the major 7 swing states. This strong performance this year has definitely boosted his morale, his enthusiasm and his excitement as the results have now come in and the elections have come to a close. Winning these crucial states positioned Trump favorably in the race to start with. as the swing states are often very decisive. In fact, they're always decisive in each and every US election. This year too, this race was neck to neck. It was as close and as tough and as tight as it gets between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Both the campaigns were absolutely close. This has been probably the closest US election in American history, American political history. In the last 50 years of America, this has been the closest US election, and the swing states have been extremely decisive this year, and each and every vote coming from these swing states has really mattered, has really counted because of how close the fight was between Harris and Trump. They have been extremely decisive in determining the overall outcome of this year's election. The states decided that Trump is going to be the pivotal one, that Trump is going to win, and his success in the swing states reflects his broad appeal across diverse voter bases and cultural bases. As the remaining states were counted towards the end of the night of November 5th, Trump's lead in these swing states gave him a solid foundation for securing an absolutely inevitable victory, with both the campaigns focusing their efforts on the final results. And guess what? The results are now out, and Trump has won. And Trump has won by a thick margin. Watch this.
What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? Look at the opportunities before us.
This election really isn't about the left versus the right. It's about we the people choosing our government and the choice between freedom versus tyranny.
Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. Why are we allowing this to happen to our children? Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
What is going on here is deeper than politics. It is deeply spiritual. We are being called to rise above the hatred and the fear and the evil.
We need to remember above and beyond that we must love our neighbors, that we must treat other people as we hope to be treated.
You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
Don't you want healthy children? Don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
I come to you today as a former Democrat. I will be a first-time Trump voter tonight.
The people dreamed this country, and it's the people who are making America great again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might know Donald Trump as the former president of the United States of America and now as the newly elected 47th president of the United States of America. But let us take you through his past. He actually started his career as a businessman. First and foremost, Donald Trump is a businessman. Donald John Trump, that's his full name, known now popularly as the billionaire president, was born on June 14th of 1946 at a Jamaican hospital in Queens of New York as the fourth child to Fred Trump and Mary Ann McLeod Trump. He served as the 45th President of the United States from 2017 to 2021. Trump earned a Bachelor of Science degree in economics from the University of Pennsylvania in the year of 1968. And in 1971, his father appointed him as the president of the family real estate business, which was later known as the Trump Organization. Now, this company actually specialized in renovating the skyscrapers, the hotels, the casinos, and the golf courses. And starting in 1968, Trump worked at his father's real estate company, which was back then known as Trump Management, which primarily owned racially segregated middle-class rental housing in New York City's outer boroughs. Upon becoming the president of the company, he then began using the Trump Organization as a sort of an umbrella brand, building his empire in real estate and also branding ventures. Take a look.
Love this country.
I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country. This country with the proper leadership can go on to become what it once was.
He's always put us first.
I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off.
That's why it bothers me so much that when we give this kind of money to the wealthiest countries in the world, and yet for our own people, the homeless, the sick, the poor, the farmers, who are really going through hell right now, those people we're not helping.
Donald Trump has always been there for America.
Somebody has to help this country. If it were me, that'd be fine. I could do it.
How would you like to be remembered?
Well, as somebody that's contributed something to the United States.
Donald Trump has always fought for America. And he always will.
Now, there's something very interesting about Donald Trump which we would like to share with you at this point. Donald Trump made history as the only US president, I repeat, the only US president who neither served in the military nor held any government office prior to assuming the presidency, prior to taking his seat in the White House. Trump also became the first president to be impeached twice, once in 2019 for abuse of power and obstruction of the Congress after pressurizing Ukraine to investigate into Joe Biden, and then once again in 2021 for incitement of insurrection following the January 6th Capitol riot. Well, in the early stages of his presidency when he took on the seat, Trump ignored persistent public health warnings and calls for action from the various health officials across America, including the Secretary Azar, regarding the growing pandemic. And then, breaking with tradition, like Donald Trump is known, he's known for breaking with tradition, he filed to run for a second term shortly thereafter assuming office, holding his first re-election rally within a month and officially becoming the Republican nominee in August of 2020. However, during that year, he lost the elections to Joe Biden. On November 15th, 2 years later, in 2022, Trump announced his candidacy for the 2024 presidential election. During his campaign, he frequently mentioned, and I quote, rigged election, and I quote again, election interference, echoing the themes from his earlier campaigns and also refusing to commit to accepting the 2024 election results. On July 13th this year, Trump survived an assassination attempt when a bullet grazed his ear during a very important campaign rally in Butler Township of Pennsylvania. His campaign declined to release any medical records, and 2 days later, exactly 2 days later, the 2024 Republican National Convention nominated Trump as their presidential candidate, with senior J.D. Vance as his running mate. The results are out. The world knows that the 47th President of the United States of America is indeed none other than Donald Trump once again. And this is going to be his second stint in power, second stint in the White House. And during his victory address today at the Palm Beach County Convention Center, Donald Trump took a moment to thank his beautiful wife Melania Trump and also his close family members for their undivided and unwavering support throughout the Republican campaign. He also expressed deep appreciation for their dedication and constant encouragement during this campaign. Trump also congratulated his running mate J.D. Vance, of course, acknowledging his hard work, consistency and diligence, and of course his vital role in the overall success of his campaign. The speech definitely reflected a tone of gratitude as Trump recognized the contributions of all those people who are closest to him, while also celebrating the broader team effort behind his Republican victory. During his victory address, the 78-year-old former President Donald Trump named several key individuals who also supported his campaign, including the SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the world-famous billionaire entrepreneur who believes in big ideas like electric cars and space rockets. Elon Musk, whom he described as a star. Now let us remind you that the Democrat candidate Kamala Harris had a long line of stars lined up vying for her, supporting her, all the way from Taylor Swift to Eminem to even Oprah. Even Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, everybody was vying to support Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris had star power on her side. Kamala Harris's campaign was indeed star-studded and stars were vying for her. But this time around, for Donald Trump, it was Elon Musk. It was Elon Musk who was backing Donald Trump, not as a star campaigner, but an actual, real-time, on-the-ground major donor. He had poured in millions and millions into Trump's campaign. And in fact, he had gone out of his way to support the Trump campaign. So Elon Musk, whom Trump, during his victory address, described as the star, Trump recalled how Musk had traveled extensively to campaign for him, even spending 2 entire weeks in Philadelphia to just rally support for him. He also shared his admiration for Musk's achievements, recalling an incident, recalling a SpaceX rocket launch actually, and remarking that only Elon was capable of achieving such a thing. As the crowd cheered him on, Trump expressed his affection for Musk, saying, and I quote, "That's why I love you, Elon." Trump went on to praise Musk's use of the Starlink communication system following a recent hurricane which took place in North Carolina, one of the key swing states in this year's election. And I quote Trump as he said, "It was great. It saved a lot of lives. Elon Musk saved a lot of lives." That's what Trump has said, emphasizing Musk's contributions during this year's presidential race. He also made a call to protect our super geniuses, stressing that America does not have many individuals like Musk, and highlighting the importance of fostering such talents, encouraging such talents in the United States of America.
My father-in-law, Victor, is tremendous, and we miss very much Melania's mother, Amalia. We miss Amalia, don't we, huh? She would be very happy right now, standing on this stage. She'd be so proud. She was a great woman, that one. Beautiful inside and out. She was a great woman. I want to be the first to congratulate our great, now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States, J.D. Vance.
With Donald Trump being announced as the brand new 47th President of the United States of America, along with his signature presidential power punch, we all know that the results are out. We all know that it is going to be Donald Trump come January. He is going to be seated inside the White House. He has taken up power in the... On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the wrap of this special edition of Prime Time with me, Anukriti Sharma. I shall catch up with all of you once again tomorrow at sharp 9 p.m. Till then, viewers, keep watching CVR English for more news and updates.